Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. So 2026 is here. So first of all, I want to wish everyone a healthy, happy and prosperous 26. And to begin this year, I wanted to cover some basics guides for new players or returning players. And I asked this yesterday in the community tab and wanted some suggestions from people. And people have given me a lot of feedback here. Basically, the common theme is people want an explanation for the modules, how they work. This is from the newer players. And returning players, they want to know where exactly they are because there are a lot of different systems. So they want a step-by-step build guide, meaning how to build a Descendant, and a little bit about the numbers, the different modifiers that you have, and things like that. And I also wanted to update some of my older builds. For example, I had made a build for the reactors, like a guide for the reactors, and in that one, we still had the weapon mountings, which we don't have now. So I wanted to update all sorts of things. So I think with the next couple of weeks being a bit quiet, because we are getting the next update on the 15th, and we'll get the live stream on the 13th. So in between, I'll try and get a few videos out. I'll try and keep them short because otherwise there's a lot to cover, and making very long videos is not ideal. So in this video, I'll keep things very simple. I'll just focus on the modules, the very basics of modules, how to level up the modules, enhancing them, dismantling them, crystallization catalyst, the different sockets that you have, things like that. All right, so we have normal VSA here. And if you click on the Descendant module, you get to the main module tab. Okay, so I'll just focus on this module page here. These things like the trigger module and the ancestors modules, these things come later. I'm going to make this video from the perspective of someone who has just finished the base campaign, the normal difficulty, and just unlocked hard mode, and they want to know what to do next. And then when I make the build guide video, I'll chronologically go over the different things that have been added, the different systems, and how to further improve and build your Descendant. So over here, we'll just talk about the modules and how they work. So this is the module page. We have 12 module slots here. These two are a little different, so I'll explain that. And then you'll notice these two have a couple of symbols. These are the socket types. We have 5 different sockets here: cerulean, almandine, malachite, xanatic, rutile. Now, with these ones, you can go with C, A, M, X, R. So it'll be just easier to remember C and R. And what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to match the socket with the module. So you can see this module has an X, this one has an A, and this one has a C. So if you put the matching one, it'll cost you half of what it says here. So this is 16. If you put this here, this will be 16. 8. Now we have a total module capacity of 70 over here. You get 50 at mastery rank 10. Okay, so by the time you're done with the campaign, you should be close to or at mastery rank 10, and this will give you the maximum capacity of 50. Now you might be saying 50, but you have 70. So in order to get to 70, what we do is we equip something called the energy activator, and this will give us an additional 20. Okay, so we use that to get to 70. And we can actually increase this further. So let's first talk about these two modules before we get into the main modules. So over here we have the sub module. This is basically the melee module or the grapple module. And what this one does is this works differently to the other modules. This actually increases your capacity. So if I go here with the mid-air maneuvering, this is the most popular module. Everybody tends to use this one. So if you see here, the modules that go in this section will have the symbol plus a number. Okay, so this is the M plus 0, M plus 1, M plus 10. What this means is you will get 10 more capacity here, module capacity. So if I put this one here, M plus 0, nothing changes, it stays at 70. M plus 1, we get 71. If you put this one, this will be 70 plus 10, 80. Okay, so we put this and increase and we get 80. Now, if you put the matching socket here, if you put the M socket, you'll get another 5, which will give you a maximum of 85. So that is the most you can get here. Next up, we have the skill modules, which is the Transcendent skills, this color, the red color. These modules here, you can put them here. Now, there are several modules here for VSA. These basically change the build slightly. Some of the skills get changed, things like that. So over here, these are the ones we focus on. These are the ancestors modules. These are the newer additions, so don't worry about them for now. So we have hypothermia, and you can see we also have a normal hypothermia, which is not enhanced. So this is an unenhanced module. This is a fully enhanced module. Difference is this unenhanced will take up a lot of space, and this one will actually take up less space. So this will take 16, this will take 6. So if we put this here, it will take 6 out of our 80. And so you want to enhance this one as much as you can. Okay, now on to these ones. Now these work differently. They basically take up the cost. So if you go here and let's say we put the, I'll just put a couple of mods that we use on VSA. I'll explain that in the next video. So focus on chill. Then we put focus on fusion. So these are fully enhanced ones. These are unenhanced ones. So chill. And then we can add a couple of crit mods. So skill, critical hit rate, and hit damage. So you can see we're already at 64. Okay. And if we, let's say, add one more here, emergency measures, we have maxed everything out to 80. Okay. We cannot add any more, and we still have so many empty slots remaining. So our job is to put the different sockets on each of these modules, in each of these slots, so that we can squeeze in everything and fill up this page. So first up, for example, we have this here, the cerulean. This is also cerulean. So if we were to put this here, it will take up half, meaning 8. So we have another capacity for 8. So if I remove this one, for example, and let's say we want to put a range mod here, skill expansion, you can see we are up to 71, skill expansion. However, this is also the R. You can put this here, and this will take up half. Well, not technically half, but 8. And then if we want to put the skill concentration, we can now put it here, and we managed to get one more mod in by matching the sockets. So how do you put all these different sockets on the empty slots? First up, what you have to do is level up your Descendant to level 40. So this you can do by just playing the game. Different missions give out different XP, and it's not that difficult. Something like a 400% infiltration, you can run it 3-4 times and you'll be able to get to 40. It doesn't take too long. So let me find a Descendant that is at 40. So I'll use the crystallization catalyst and show you how to use it. So you can see Welby here is at 40. And if I want to put another mod here, what we can do is, you can see I've fully added all the different sockets here, but I don't have one here. So maybe we can add one here for an example, even though we don't need to. So you go into the module additional setting, assign module socket type. And over here, you can see I've put a bunch of them. I'm putting all the different types of sockets on each of the modules. So this is also something that some of you may not know, because I did get a comment regarding this. You can put multiple sockets on a single module. This is the maximum. So you can put 5 of these, and the square one also counts as 1. So when you're at level 40, you can use a crystallization catalyst and put the socket. Okay, so we want to put this one here, the M over here. It will not reduce it by much, it will just half it, so 4, it will be 2. But let's put it here. So we select this slot, we select the socket, and then when we apply this, this will reset back to 1, and then we'll have this socket on this slot. So you can see we got this is gone to half, 2. We are down to 1. Now we'll have to run this again to 40 before we can put another catalyst in here. And I'll make a separate video on the catalyst, because catalyst is probably the most important resource in the game. You need this to level up your guns, your Descendants, and you need lots of them. I have used hundreds of them. You can already see how many I have on just one Descendant. I have several Descendants with 60 on them, several guns with a lot of them, and so on. So this is how you simply add the socket. And so your job is to add the various sockets to all the different Descendants, or at least add 10 of them. You don't have to put as many as I have done. Keep that in mind. I'm just showing you as an example. What you need to do is go for 10. We need 10 because that opens up the trigger module slot. So this slot here, this one needs 10. Okay. So at the moment you can see I have not used a single catalyst on VSI. Even though we had these two sockets, these were already there. When you get a Descendant, you'd have a couple on a normal Descendant. I think on an ultimate Descendant you have 4. but you have to put in 10 catalysts before this will unlock. Okay. So that is basically how you add the crystallization catalyst and put the different socket types. The easiest tip I can give you, if you want to build out a Descendant without wasting any crystallization catalyst and worrying about whether if I put an R and then I need a C or something like that, follow the build from a YouTuber or something. Let's say you watch my video, you'll see the build guide for VSA. And what you can do is you can follow along and put the unenhanced modules. So for example, with VSA, let me just make this build here. So with this one, we will put focus on chill. So we have the enhanced one, we have the unenhanced one. Okay, so we put the unenhanced one because these take up very little and we'll be able to put all of them in. Then we put focus on fusion like this. Then we put the critical hit mode, scale critical. So this is your base build already. Now what you can do is, depending on your capacity, you can put some enhanced ones here as well. You can maybe add some more because we have another 8 capacity. Maybe we can squeeze another one here and there. And so try to do that. And as you level up and put the catalyst, you won't mess up and you won't put the wrong one or something. This way you can have an idea of what you're building with and then slowly and keep enhancing it, get the increased HP enhanced first, I suppose, and then get the range enhanced, get more power, cooldown, things like that. All right, so here we are in Albion. So you go over here on the map, you will see this here, this section. This is where you go for all module related things. So this guy here, Cillian, over here. So you can enhance modules, dismantle them, combine them. You can dismantle trigger modules, which is a later addition, and this terminal here deals with the ancestors modules, which is the latest system they've added. So let's go here, and then we click on enhance. This will show you the modules that you have equipped on VSA. Let's say you want to enhance the increased HP a little bit. So this will enhance it from 6 to 7. Your HP will go up, and it will cost you 300 Kuiper and 3000 gold. And then capacity goes up because we have put this in the matching socket. So every 2 enhancement levels will count as 1 because we are getting the benefit like that. You can see. So you can either fully enhance it, and this will cost you 103 Kuiper, 103,000 Kuiper and 1,031,000 gold. And your capacity after enhancing this will be still under 80. You can do that if you want. We already have an enhanced one, so I don't want to do that here. But this is how you would enhance the module here. You can also enhance the modules on your weapons. I have all of them enhanced, same method. And then for the other modules, again, you can look here if you want it, but it's easier to enhance the ones that you have equipped on your Descendant. Okay. Next up, we have dismantle modules. So what you have is when you're running around doing missions, your dog and yourself, you will be picking up a lot of modules, and you have a capacity of 2,500 over here. We have 1635 here, so plenty of space here. But if you wanted to, get rid of some of the extra ones, you can just go to Cillian over here, click on dismantle, and make sure to select this one. This is very important. This will only select the duplicate modules, something that you have in multiple numbers. So if you select this, it says here I have 83. If I was to click on dismantle, it'll dismantle everything here. Now, one more thing regarding the extra modules. What the game does here is, for example, if you see the singular specialist, if I look at singular specialist, I have 2 of them fully enhanced and 7 of them that are not enhanced at all. Now, if you enhance a module, even if it's by 1 level, they will not be added to the dismantle. So I have 1 fully enhanced. I don't need to enhance 2 of them. By the way, you only need to enhance a module 1 time, and then you can use it with every kernel, every Descendant, depending on the type of module. So initially, when we started the game, we did not know this. So we ended up, putting a module on VSA, enhancing it, and then putting the same module on somebody else like a Prena, and then enhancing that. You don't need to do that. You just need to do it once for 1 type of module. So the increased HP module, if you have 1 fully enhanced increased HP, you can use it with all 21 Descendants. Okay, so now I have 2 of them. However, when I want to delete them, if I select the dismantle, it will not pick any of these 2. It will also keep 1 blank module here for us. Okay, so This one here, when I select, it will dismantle 6 of them and keep one blank one here. So let's do that. So we select the dismantle option. Let's select the tier. Let's just select the blue ones for now, because I want to show some other things as well. So this will now pick only the blue ones. We have 33 duplicate blue modules. We dismantle this, all of them are gone. Now we go back and we look at the singular specialist. Singular specialist. You can see here we still have these 2 enhanced ones, and we only have 1 of the non-enhanced ones. Now, if you want to dismantle one of these enhanced ones as well, you'll have to manually select it. So if we go here, dismantle, normal, enhancement. So we'll have to look for the specialist, singular specialist, this one. You see singular specialist, 2 of them. We can dismantle one of them manually. And when you dismantle them, you get your Kuiper back, some Kuiper back. So this will be added to your Kuiper. Kuiper is used for other things like enhancing the ancestors modules. Okay, so this is how you dismantle them. Next step is combining modules. So combining modules is basically used to get some rare modules that just won't drop for you. So if you go into your library, again, I might make a separate video for the library. If you go into the module section, you'll see all the modules that are available in the game. There are quite a lot of them, different types for guns, for melee weapons, for Descendants. You have the standard modules, you have the skill modules, the trigger modules, the ancestors modules. So basically, sometimes what happens is we have these skill modules, the Transcendent modules, and we get a new Descendant. Normally they come with 2 of them, and sometimes they just don't drop. So what we tend to do is we use the duplicate ones that we have, and we try to combine them in the hopes that we get the one we want. So we go into the combine modules. Once again, we select only the duplicates. We don't want to accidentally delete the only copy we have. So we've selected this. Actually, let's just select. Okay, what we'll do is, depending on what module you are looking for, let's say you're looking for a purple module that just won't drop for you. So we combine 4 duplicate purple modules like this, and then we try and combine them and see what we get. Now, sometimes you may get lucky and get it, sometimes nothing happens. But if you have a lot of duplicates, you can do that. It's generally better to combine the same level of modules. So if it's a purple module you're looking for, go for purple. If it's a blue one, go for blue, and so on. So we combine this, and we got maximize conservation. We probably already have this one, so it'll just go back here. Okay, so this is how you combine and do that. Enhancing and dismantling is something we do more commonly. Combining, like I said, only when we are stuck for a module, we may do that. All right, so that is basically all that you need to know about modules and the basics. Now, one final thing, just so that you keep this in mind. If you put the matching module here on the socket, HP, let's say you put increase HP, it'll reduce it in half. If you put the module in a blank spot, which only has the box here, it'll cost you the same as the number it says over here. If you put it in a wrong socket, or a one where you don't have the box, it'll actually cost you more. So basically, if you do this, it'll cost you 21. So you can put it in the matching one to reduce it by half, in a normal one with the box to get 16. If you don't have a box and you put it in the wrong one, basically, it'll cost you even more. So you have to just keep these things in mind. And yeah, that is it for the modules. I'll see you in the next one. I'll probably either do the external components and then the reactor, or maybe I'll focus on the build video first and then come back to that. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.